ever there is one driver which can propel our county to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
I've learned new ways of chemical application.
The requisite technical expertise to add value to diamond. PETAG have been struggling to keep pace with the rather swift technological advancement.
SDF for my ISCA 66,000 Ghana cedis.
On that front, Codvet, through a skills development fund, is spearheading that agenda.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
So please make a date with me, Albert Ankra, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV.
SDF is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and ANIDA.
Hello there and welcome to another exciting edition on your favorite TV program, SDF Diaries. My name is Albert Ankra. Grasscutter, commonly called akrantie, is a major delicacy in Ghana. In the past, the animal was mainly available through hunting in the wild. This affected ecology and biodiversity, especially in areas where grasscutter was hunted. It was a major cause of bushfires, especially in rural areas. In the past few years, there has emerged a local grasscutter farming industry involved in the rearing of grasscutter for the market. Apart from this being environmentally friendly, it also ensures that we control the supply of grasscutter in order to meet its increasing demand on the market. Today, we are visiting the Eastern Region Grasscutter Farmers Association to find out how their members have benefited from SDF funding. It promises to be exciting. Join me to the farm.
Wild animals, often known as bushmeat, throughout the West African region are highly valued forest products. A significant proportion of the population living in rural areas depends so much on these forest resources for their sustenance. They provide an important source of meat in both rural and urban household diets. Forests and fallow fields provide the habitat for many commonly consumed wildlife species. Wildlife is a potential source of animal protein and income for rural households. The most commonly hunted species are bats, squirrels, grasscutter, giant rats, and guinea fowl, while many households already have a few domestic animals such as chickens, sheep, or goats. These animals are regularly consumed only on ceremonial and festival occasions and do not supply a regular source of food. Bushmeat has an important nutritional role in the diet. It adds flavor and diversity and encourages people to consume greater quantities of staple foods while providing them with vitamins and minerals. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization (FAO), bushmeat consumption is a common occurrence in various areas in Africa where wild animals are hunted for the consumer market by professional hunters and agriculturists. Bushmeat plays a very significant role in the maintenance of communities' livelihoods, food security, and nutritional status through subsistence consumption. Prominent among the consumed bushmeats is grasscutter, also known as cane rat, and has the scientific name of Thrionomys swinderanus. Grasscutter is a robust, wild, hystricomorphic rodent hunted particularly in Africa for its meat. It is the biggest rodent after the crested porcupine, weighing averagely 13 kilograms in Africa. It is very desirable for domestication because of its excellent taste and comparatively higher nutritional value than most small livestock. According to the Conservation International, grasscutter is the second most preferred meat after chicken. Moreover, Grasscutter is the most patronized bushmeat in spite of its high cost. The grasscutter business is a good source of supplementing the country's inadequate protein needs, which is dependent on conventional livestock. Researchers have demonstrated that its litter size could be increased with good feeding. Meat from grasscutter provides high protein for the citizenry when farmers are given the needed skills to rear them, while the country could earn foreign exchange from exportation. Efforts to domesticate and rear grasscutter commenced about a decade ago as a result of the harmful environmental and ecological effects of extensive grasscutter hunting in Ghana. This is what occasioned the formation of the Eastern Regional Grasscutter Farmers Association, ERGFA, a 450-member group with the objective of improving the livelihoods, incomes, and also develop best practices in the rearing of grasscutter. The organization was established in 2008 as a farmer-based organization located in Koforidua. It constitutes members from New Drabin Municipal, Suhum Krabia Kota, Yilo Krobo, Fantiakwa, Birim Central, Kwewu West, Kwewu South, Kwewu North, and the Sojaman districts. Eastern Regional Grasscutter Farmers Association works with and for farmers who breed grass cutters. Mr. Samuel Kwame Ampim is the president of the Eastern Regional Grasscutter Farmers Association.
Na yebuta inti ku ni say ebeboaboa omo a eye nkrantie ni omo a pese omo ye nkrantie wo Eastern Region ha na afue mantem ha nyina no. Na ya ma wo makekere na yatimi aye nkrantie na amana ye adwuma a betimi aye de ahwe wo ho ni wabusia. Na fi yatimi akyerɛkyerɛ wo nkrantie no kwan papa a wɔmɛfa so anyɛ nkrantie no ama mfaso abem anu achi na yatimi ayɛ ama enam a yɛwe wɔ Ghana ha no atimi abuso ama obi apa krante na mawia atimi anya biare botae bi ani bi nso sɛ mmerɛtwɛ mu do no na obi a ɛyɛ ne de nko enti animdie ne ho ayi no na lake ne yɛnya papa na emuambi nso etimi fi aban afem anase akuakuo bi a wo ne ban afa eba anso esanse ye ankurankura nti ebi bete ebi nti ebi benya ebi nya nti na behia se se ye kan ye ho bom na emua bi saa eba akuo fem no yatimi anya bi na animdie foforo bi nso sa ba dwumadi a ye di mu a eye nkrante ye ya nso ye nyina atimi aka bom na asua sa animdie no na amadwuma no atumpon.
Since its formation years ago, the association had been saddled with challenges which hampered the growth of the industry. These challenges include lack of appropriate housing, high mortality rate due to diseases, high cost of feed, inadequate feeding, poor marketing, lack of effective agricultural extension system. The association's members had excessively relied on traditional ways of feeding grasscutters, which are highly costly and do not produce the required yield. The lessons from Nigeria suggest that the use of synthetic growth promoters, feed and additives in fattening operations, as well as the use of oxytocin and other synthetic hormones in grasscutter farming has been discouraged. They now rely on natural growth promoters such as moringa and crop residues and extracts from herbs to feed grasscutters. These have proved effective in the treatment of many diseases in grasscutter rearing. For example, moringa supplemented with local herbs, as reported, prevents bacteria or viral infections. This served as a useful lesson for the Ghanaian industry to adopt organic feeding and rearing strategies in grasscutter farming.
Enkane no na hawa ne ewo adwuma emu ni se yedi kan aduane a yedi ba mmoa no ana ne boarding bi so gi se wokoto feed e store mu ana omo eye mmoa feed wo ne ade ne wo de abanti ama kabo adwuma na ye no afi ye dan se ni akeja ebe ye de mmoa na gu mu nso na ye hu so papa obi asore a oye ne de nko afi so entitie a ombetitiye ne yatimi aye mmoa no ne kwanso nso enu so ne yenya enkane no na mmoa ne obi yen bi kura na ne ton no na ye din ma no If say be a no nkwa na hye baby a wo ton o manfo nteninka nti ogu ha no se ni mu ano ya amanfo nto o ha ba kwan so a na yenya eni say ne ye ma wo nsuo nti aboa no especially ni oba wanyu no wo mu a obun se wawuda bu no mu boka ko pipe ne yem na emma ebu ne yem akrante ni ye no na obi a ye ni keke wuti say yesi ye nkrante ma eyi a na usu akoto bi mi se sana mi ye nti mi lusu bebri na mi ni hu anim ke bia wo mu nso a enim no ya na un peso wo mu spread mu peso no kwa aye.
In September 2012, Eastern Regional Grasscutter Farmers Association successfully applied to SDF for funding to support the training of 450 members in organic grasscutter husbandry, grasscutter feeding, construction of housing, caring and handling of grasscutter, pregnancy detection, prevention of diseases, veterinary medicine, castration, marketing. Satisfied with the prospects of innovative skills acquisition and its impact on their productivity, SDF in June 2013 approved a grant of 59,333 Ghana cedis for the association.
The Skills Development Fund has supported the Eastern Region Grasscutters Farmers Association. Grasscutter Farmers Association. These are farmers who are rearing grasscutters. Grasscutter is a very favorite protein that we all know about. Except that in times past, they were using very traditional methods in cultivating or in growing these grasscutters in the cages and so on. These traditional methods involved the use of some growth hormones, growth enhancers that were basically chemical in nature and had a very negative effect. This training sought to introduce to them new ways of rearing the grasscutters by using agro-based crop residues, especially moringa that has become the magic nutrient that we all talk about. Now they've introduced moringa. They are making use of crop residues that are natural in nature, and they are actually achieving better results as a result of introducing this new technology. And so the whole process of feeding has been improved through these measures. And that is what SDF is about. Innovative ways of doing what our business people do. That if you keep doing the same old thing, you will get the same result. This time, they've been able to introduce something new, something innovative that is helping to achieve better results than they were getting previously.
Members of ERGFA have undergone a series of intensive training sessions at the Livestock and Poultry Research Center, University of Ghana, Legon, in efficient organic grasscutter husbandry. The skills acquired has enabled members acquire competencies in organic grasscutter husbandry, feeding, cage construction, disease prevention, marketing, processing, preservation, and storage. This has led to an average increase of 50% in the productive capacities of beneficiary grasscutter farmers. Among the beneficiaries of the skills training is Hayford Asante, a member of Eastern Regional Grasscutter Farmers Association.
I am one in Fie and Kununi. Na Brana Mayam winning in a minimum DBA, it brave bree or normal bree. Na SDF4 Emma. Yen nipa legon electricity bi sika ma wo ba kire yen ni odi efa yemwa no ho eti ama me benya ni mdie afi memwa no nso na wo hu biem na e ka me bo no na me bo ka bosun bia me bo ka be 100 Ghana cedis o feeding no so ye chemicals a yɛde afrafra na yɛde ma wɔn na ɛno akyiri no a wɔkyerɛ yɛ no ɛhyɛ ase sɛ mede moringa fiber ɛyɛ kube ne fiber no ɛsrɛ different a wɔkyerɛkyerɛ yɛn no ɛbɛma wɔn ɛno aboa me bebree ama sisi sɛ 100 Ghana cedis no me mmɔ ka biem nti fansa bosom bia no na me bɔ ka 100 Ghana cedis sɛ me mmɔ sɛ ka ne biem yɛ SDF no wɔn aboa yɛ bebree ama me nya nimdeɛ sɛ me mboa no so akɔ anim a nsuo kura na me ma wɔn enso wɔbɛkyerɛ me ama ma wɔn nsuo afei no ma nnuane bebree ananka me nam a me mfa ɛma no sɛ me nam me fa ne nyinaa ba ama me cost ni nyinaa no ɛmɔ me ka biem ɛmɔ ka biem sɛ dia na ka no me bɔ ka no.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
I've learned new ways of chemical application.
The requisite technical expertise to add value to diamond. PETAG have been struggling to keep pace with the rather swift technological advancement.
No question. SDF for my iska 66,000 Ghana cedis.
On that front, Codvet, through a skills development fund, is spearheading that agenda.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
So please make a date with me, Albert Ankra, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV.
SDF is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and
Enchibu Esiakun, a member of the association Suhum, shares his experience in operationalizing the skills acquired in organic grasscutter rearing.